Hello guys, it's Cabover Gary back here. I'm back out here with my beautiful Freightliner that's got some loons that we need to fix. First thing is I need to pull the bed off. Where's my finger? Bed off of it. I have it sold. The truck is going to get turned into a tractor. I have not decided if I'm going to do a 20K lift axle in front here, or if I am gonna put another drive axle on. I'd like to know what you guys think about that. I can make this truck really light, and I'm thinking about going into something that would matter for hauling. Like, I think I could get this truck as a tractor with an airlift 20K axle. I think I could get it at 12.5 to 13,000 pounds how I'm going, which is pretty light for a truck. So that's one option I'm looking at, but then I'm worried about traction issues with having a non-powered axle on it. So I don't know if you guys know more about that. I'd love to hear your feedback. One thing today's video is going to be about is I have now a off-road engine hoist. Let me show you it. This is my off-road engine hoist. So I did a video last weekend on getting this thing started, and everything's up for the brake, seems to work on it. I'm gonna put some air in the tire. I'm gonna steal a battery from the cabover because the cabover is gonna be down for a little bit. And those batteries are date coded 2019, so I figured I'd get the use out of them while I can. So we're gonna put that on this morning, pump the tire up, check the oil. I'm gonna cut that lock off, clean the bed off of the truck. It's a mess. And then I'm gonna work on positioning how I want to pull this bed off, and hopefully have the bed pulled off today. That is kind of my hope and plans, but it's a big task because there's a lot of stuff in the toolbox and stuff that has to come out, and I kind of got to find a place to put it. I guess it's all going to the house in my shed, but yeah, the truck might look quite a bit different today. Everybody keeps telling me I need to stretch this truck if I'm making a tractor. It is actually a pretty long truck to begin with. So if you see the battery box here, it's gonna have to move, but it barely goes into. It goes in about half of that first battery will be the second axle. So I still got a good bit of frame there, and it's plenty long for me. I'm not into the super stretch things. I mean, why have a cabover if you're gonna stretch it 9 miles, is my personal opinion. But yeah, it's not getting stretched. It is gonna have the bed pulled off, an axle put on, and something on the back because it's square cut on the back. This truck's factory wheelbase length was 339. I know a lot of people are like, no, it wasn't. I'll put a picture of the data tag here. But yeah, I'm like 90% sure. I know it was owned by Swift originally, but I'm like 90% sure that this was an enclosed car hauler originally. And that's why it was so long. So yeah. Well, let's get the compressor out and try to get some air in that tire and see how that goes. So that air compressor works awesome. Aired up the tires. I didn't bring enough batteries out to top them all off, but I got the front two topped off and the back ones are at 20. But I'll top them off next time I come out and bring some fresh batteries. But yeah, that worked awesome. Hopefully that tire holds air. If not, I'll throw some sealant stuff in it and see if that works. If not, I'll get it changed, but I think it's gonna hold. I think it's a slow leak out of the valve core. So I'm gonna go grease the whole thing, and I actually use this Bauer grease gun, and I've had really good luck with it, so it's worked really well for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that, and I'll be back. So I went cheap and I bought the Bauer grease gun. I've used the DeWalt one, I never used the Milwaukee one, but this has been a really good grease gun for me. It definitely forces grease into places that I couldn't with my hand pump one. And let me show you how it works. So battery goes into it, it's 20 volt, takes the Bauer system. Grease, typical thing that screws out, you put it in, put it up. There's a little bleed port on the top. Squeeze the trigger till grease comes out, and that's about it on it. One thing I do want to upgrade on this one is I want to upgrade to one of those clip-on grease fittings. Right now it's just got a standard one, which works fine. I need to go put some gloves on. But yeah, let me show you how this all works. Alright, so it has a strap that you can hang it from you, that's easy. It's also got a light built into it, so if it's hard to see areas, you can turn the light on and off. A little button there for it. And then, yeah, just as simple as using a regular grease gun. You just find a grease fitting. Find one you guys can see me do. Here we go. So, just plop it on. See grease come out, you're good. I'm just gonna continue to do this, grease the whole tractor up, and then I'll be back. As you guys can see, this thing works great. I did run out of grease. I didn't bring another tube. My bad. Not the tool's fault, but this machine, I don't think it's been greased in a while because it was taking a lot of grease every joint. But yeah, I hope you guys like that. I would recommend this. It's been very good to me. I use it to grease my truck. Now, I haven't used it like in a commercial application where I'm using it all the time. Just I grease my truck every 5,000 miles is what it's been really used for. And it's worked great for that. Definitely saved me time, and I'd highly recommend this product. You get them at Harbor Freight. But yeah, so just thought I'd share that with you guys. It's been a good deal. Okay, moving on to the battery. So I'm gonna convert this to top post style like my truck, but I didn't have the stuff with me. I picked up these. These screw on top of them make it work with those old terminals. Those old terminals aren't the greatest, so this is kind of a temporary thing. But it is kind of nice. I will probably use these as the screw, so I still have a jumping place, a good jumping place. But yeah, if I could get into this package, there we go. We'll get these put on. This is what they look like, just solid lead. They got the threads in it, but they're also tapered so they'll fit around the ring terminals. So they're a pretty neat deal. And I guess kind of thread on. So these batteries are Continental batteries. They were in my cabover. The date on them is 9/19, so they're 4 years and a month old right now. They're working fine in the cabover. I'm hoping they'll last a little bit here at least. I'm just trying. Cabover is not going to be ready until the springtime at least. So I'm trying to use up the batteries if I can before then, or use what life is in them. I got a trickle charger on them, trying to keep them up, but you know, batteries only last so long. And the hold down on this is messed up. Another thing I'm gonna have to fix, unfortunately. It's probably gonna get a ratchet strap today just so it doesn't bounce on me. But yeah. All right, so that's done. Next thing we gotta do is cut this lock off. So there's a lock up here, and I don't have the combo, and she doesn't know it. So I'm gonna grab an angle grinder and cut it off so we can check the oil and all that good stuff. So I got this cut open, and in here, a diesel fuel, hydraulic tank, brake. The brake's empty. That's what I thought. I think the master cylinders are leaking, so it shouldn't be too bad. I still can't get to the dang dipstick. The side panels are locked too, so I got to figure out how to get into there. But making progress. I do want to be able to see the gauges, so I brought some of this out and a little thing. I'm going to see if I could get some of the yellow off so I could at least read them. And I'm going to go from there. Okay, it's not perfect, but I could definitely see them now, which is good. It looks like this machine, if that's right, has 8,400 hours on it. So this is kind of broken here. But what do you expect for this old of plastic in Texas? So I got the battery and stuff in. Let's see if this thing will come to life. Give me one sec. All right, hasn't been started since our last video. Let's see. That battery's low. I'm gonna have to jump it. Dang it. I'll be back. Let's go get some fuel. Getting some fuel at the local Walmart. So, fill up and we'll head back. Well, it's been a long day. I got some of the bed cleaned off. The engine cooler, bed cooler combination needs a little bit of work. A little bit more than I thought. It's got a bad fuel leak that I need to address, and it's not charging the battery, or the battery is bad. One of the two. I think the battery may be bad, might be the problem, but yeah, it's everything else is right. Oh, cool news. So the master cylinder was dry. I looked up, these just take universal tractor fluid. So I filled it up, the reservoir, stepped on the brakes a bunch, and it works. So I just got to figure out where the leak is. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. And I know I was supposed to pull the bed and stuff, but I didn't get that far. But did get some stuff done. So no, I didn't get to pulling the bed. Sorry about that. I was kind of getting the bed puller ready to pull the bed, I guess, is what this video ended up being about. I gotta repack that cylinder on the front. It's leaking too bad, and I gotta fix that fuel leak. I don't know if I can, but I think it's a cav pump, and the thing's got like a case version of a Cummins 4BT in it, and it's leaking pretty good. It looks like the there's reseal kits for it, so I'm gonna do a little research, and hopefully I'll be able to reseal it myself, and I'll do a video on that. But hopefully by next weekend, I'll be ready to pull the bed with it. That's my hope. I got it sold, the bed sold, but it's taking me longer to pull it than I thought. I thought that backhoe was gonna be a little faster to get up and going, but I'm running out of time with the guy probably. I'll explain it to him, and it's just what it is. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know wasn't a whole lot going on, just kind of figuring out what was wrong with my new engine hoist, but we'll be using it soon, and I think it'll come in handy once I get those couple things fixed on it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.